start कर सकते हैं.
I think we are live. Yeah.
So welcome back, friends. 4:30 in the evening, and that time is again which we have been doing for last 3 days. Uh, Yesterday you were in Waterloo. Day before that you were in Calgary, and today we are in neighborhood of Waterloo. Neighborhood Waterloo, say 110 kilometers west of Waterloo. The air is little bit cooler. The climate is very nice today. First of all, I'll welcome the dignitaries with me today. We have Sandra. She is International Marketing Director for uh, TMUIC, and Utkarsh, whom you recognize now, Regional Student Recruitment Director, North India, Navitas. Hi,
Hi
Utkarsh. Hi,
everyone. Sat
Sandra.
Sri Akal.
Everyone.
Thank you for joining in today.
Thank you.
And
Yes.
the last two cities, Calgary and Waterloo, they were incredible, but very different from today. Today, we are going where the energy is the loudest in Canada and the city which Punjabis love a lot. Yes, you're right. We are moving to Toronto today. Toronto, which is recognizable by its skyline. Everybody sees that CN Tower. You see it in Punjabi movies. You see it in Indian movies. That is the highlight of the Toronto skyline. And where ambition walks in through the front door every single morning. Specifically, we're talking about Toronto Metropolitan Universities. In the past, it was known as Ryerson University. It's in heart of Toronto, in Toronto CPD, which we'll be discussing today. And Sandra and Utkarsh would be the best persons to tell about that university. I'll just sum up for you what the university is about. This university is it's amongst the top nine most comprehensive universities in Canada. It's number two best university for student services. About 36,700 undergraduate students, students from 146 countries, 80 plus languages spoken on the university campus, and about 215,000 alumni in worldwide. It is the number one university based incubator in the world. So many numbers in favor of its university. Some says it's amongst top 10, some says it's number one. And today we'll be talking about the pathways, the undergraduate pathways, which TMUIC offers from the campus of TMU. Uh, Pathways, by now you all should be clear about what pathways is. I'll again start with a little definition of what pathways. Pathway is your direct entry to the bachelor's degree. You start the first year. Maybe your score is less, or you have been late while applying to the university, and there are no seats available direct in the university. You don't meet the direct entry requirements. Also, still you can go by the pathway. Pathway is year one of the university, taught on the university campus by TMUIC. This is the highlight is small class sizes, and the focus is on the students. The focus is on preparing the student for the university transition. And the most beautiful thing is no time wasted. You in the first year you spend on the pathway. It is the first year of the bachelor's degree. Second year you move directly to the second year of the university, and by that time you are very clear about what you want to do in the career, in your career, what you want to achieve in your career, and what specializations you want to do. The pathways are really a blessing. It's a very good way to study in a country, to study in a new country, to know which university where you're gonna study. So starting with Sandra, Sandra, welcome again. So we'll start with you. My first question goes to you. Like Toronto needs no introduction, especially to our North India audience. You also would be seeing so many North Indian faces in Toronto and the suburbs around. But Toronto Metropolitan Universities is a name many families may not know as deeply as I told that firstly it was Ryerson University. But you know, Western University or McGill Moore, tell us what is TMU, where does it stand, and why should a student from India be paying attention to it?
Thank you. Thank you for all the introductions. And actually, you gave a lot of data. You covered quite a lot of things that I prepared already,
Yeah.
which is great. It's a great overview. Maybe I just like talk about like I think like Toronto and like TMU, as what you just mentioned, we changed the name from Ryerson to TMU, Toronto Metropolitan University. I believe the new name actually showcased the key feature of our university being in the heart of downtown Toronto, one of the most metropolitan area in Canada or in the world. So actually, I would say like Toronto. When I introduce like TMU, definitely I would talk about like why Toronto and why TMU. They can't separate. Like you gave a lot of data, and actually the most like latest data is from the Statistic Canada recently, and our populations in the Toronto metropolitan area has officially crossed the 7 million mark. So we have tons of people in the key Toronto area. And first of all, Toronto is the Canadian biggest city, the largest city. We have the largest workforce as well. As what you say, we are right in the heart of downtown Toronto. Actually, the city is the students' classroom. So basically, your labs is just next door, doorsteps to all the opportunity, all the industry, and also the city is the students' future marketplace. I would say like being in Canada as a largest economic hub, which means that students don't have to wait until they graduate. They can start to build their network since day one because of the prime location. They are learning from people. Actually, they are helping them to build their future career, build the connections during their studies. With like millions of people and thousands of like business around the campus, actually walking step from the key financial district like Bay Street is just basically 15 to 20 minutes walking distance. All the landmark that you just mentioned, like CN Tower, or the Scotiabank Stadium, Rogers Centre, BMO Field, like the FIFA game is now on here in Toronto. Everything is within like 20 minutes walking distance from TMU campus. So actually, the Greater Toronto area provides students an instant safety net for students to build the alumni mentorship and also future career lead as well. And again, we are one of the most livable city globally, very vibrant, safe neighborhood. And even on campus, we are in the heart of downtown Toronto, but we have a very huge green space for students to enjoy, especially summer. Maybe snow time, student doesn't really want to enjoy on the green space, but like summertime, we see a lot of students bringing coffee, just chill out on campus. So it's a really, really nice campus. It's an open urban campus. So I would say the prime location actually also capture a lot of like young people coming over. So that's why we are number one most useful city in the in Canada, driven by innovation and energy. So you will see a lot of students like we like every time when we have guests coming over, we usually will have a student panel. And what I heard from the guests is, oh, okay, I really like feel the energy and the vibes that TMU and TMUIC students bring over. So they feel that they have the energy. They're city boy, city girl. They are very extrovert. I don't have to do the introduction. They will jump into any a single conversation. So the energy of the young creator, the entrepreneurship around the campus, actually TMU mirrored this vibe perfectly through the famous Stone Learning, the incubator you just mentioned. Yes, we're the number one university-based incubator where students can turn their ideas into a real-world startup or social initiative. Actually, we have TMUIC alumni and TMU graduate take part into this startup, and they gain funding to run their project or work alongside with other students as well. So the city is progressive, I would say, and highly accessible for students. And because of the prime location I just mentioned, we are walking distance to a lot of like big corporations, whether it's national or international. So we are the home for a lot of like top like business and finance, tech, and media company in the world or in like Canada. We're headquartered for the big five Canadian bank here. A lot of like key insurance company. We are the third largest like tech sector in North America, right after New York and Silicon Valley. So also, if you like anything about broadcasting, music, media, fashion, here is the hub as well. So that's why we are TMU is a very career-focused, offers students a very career-focused approach, teaching approach. We are not like theoretical focused university. Of course, you will learn some theory, but at the end of the day, we hopefully student can like learn by doing. So co-op and internship are the key features of TMU curriculum design. So the downtown location, which offers students a massive advantage. You go into like the class in the morning, you go to attend a lecture in the morning, walk across the road, which is your internship or your part-time job. And then maybe evening time after you finish your work, you come back to the campus and maybe you run a committee or a club meeting at nighttime. 93% students who actually looking for co-op at TMU, they will get a work term. And then 90% of students who actually took part in co-op during their study, they will get a job before they actually graduate. So because they know the people, they have the connection, also the industry people know who you are. Okay, you're a very good person. You are very talented. That's why I offer you a job before you graduate. With the prime location, so you don't need a car. Some students say, oh, I live in big city, maybe I have to spend a lot on like commute and everything, because a few buildings on TMU actually connect with the subway station as well. TMU IC building is on TMU campus, so we are connected with one of the subway station called College Station. The business school actually connect with another station used to call like Dundas Station, now is TMU Station. So during snowy time or like rainy days, students don't have to worry, and you save a lot on the gas and car maintenance and parking as well, because parking in downtowns can be very hectic. Again, you mentioned we are very multicultural, and you're right. Like TMU has around 45,000 students in total, and then they are from like 180 countries. And for TMUIC, we have a much smaller community, but then our students are from 52 countries. So when you walk through the campus, you can hear students speaking like different kinds of language. You can definitely find your community. You don't feel alone. Like a lot of students say, "Oh, I'm so worried," but actually, you will find a friend probably from your region quite easily. So I would say like TMU actually did so well in terms of like capturing like a very diverse like student population. And I talked to one of the professors, actually he shared, he said, why I love teaching at TMUS and TMU is because of the diversity, because diversity actually enriches everyday classroom discussions on the same topic, because they come from different cultural background, they have different viewpoint, so it actually make the class more interesting, and students can learn from different community as well. And all the stat that you just mentioned is very accurate, where we are the top 10 comprehensive university. And then one more thing to mention is like we are one of the top 10 most employable like graduate in Canada as well, because of all these components and the prime location. Yeah, so I talk about Toronto and why TMU at the same time, because they cannot be separated.
I think really well said, Sandra, well explained. Mr. Trivedi was talking about,